boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 bow. Ba-da, bow. Bow, ba-da, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm done. Had to get it out.
I
This is the remix.
Yeah. Word on, Alpha. That's how you made me feel just now, because I was like, yes, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I was like, oh, I feel like I should be ducking and dodging.
You're like, what did the kids say? Never let them know your next move.
Never let them know your next move. You did that.
I did that.
You did that.
You're like, okay, all right, sure.
It's your prerogative to do that. It's your prerogative to do that. Cammy.
Coco.
Cammy.
Coco.
Diaphragm. Hang on.
You know what? You gotta use your finger. Use the finger.
Yeah, third time's the charm. Finger and the diaphragm. So diaphragm, finger, cobra. Cammy.
There you go. That was good.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
I mean, it wasn't my best, but I feel like, putting myself in the
Listen. Third time is the charm. Practice makes perfect. All those good things.
All those good things. Cammy.
Coco, what's going on? What's happening?
What's going on and what's happening with you?
Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of things, but like nothing at the same time,
Nothing all at once. I feel like that'd be a nice title of a book.
Or an album. I feel like that was an album. Nothing all at once. Feels like a very indie rock album. Feels very like Keen. It's, if we have a minute, why don't we go? It's giving me like that vibe.
Okay. Like the special guest on the episode of Charmed at the end of the show that's on the stage at P3.
I never watched Charmed.
Oh, okay.
Or Buffy.
Oh, okay. Not okay.
Or Angel.
Okay, well, if you didn't watch Buffy, I don't expect you to watch Angel, the spin-off of Buffy. But you have good taste in shows. So how did you skip the whole Charmed era? And you were on the WB at that time, weren't you? Weren't you watching shows?
I was watching shows on the WB. I wasn't allowed to watch it because
I was about to say, was it witchcraft?
Yep.
I already know.
Yep. Wasn't allowed to watch Charmed. Wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter. Wasn't allowed to watch a lot. Oh, play Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Because there was like a thing going around. I don't know if it was just like Atlanta pastors or just like pastors in general. But they were like, Pokemon is of the devil.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I would go over to my friend Tony's house, and whenever we would play video games, because like she got Super Smash Brothers for the N64.
Hello.
I think it was Pokemon Stadium. And maybe it wasn't Pokemon Stadium, but there was some Pokemon game that we used to play, and we would sneak and play it at her house. Yeah. I'm a rebel.
To catch Magikarps.
Yeah.
I do recall a time where I can't for certain say that it was our pastor / bishop at the time, but there was a time where I was not allowed to read Harry Potter. So I would read it from friends at school. And then Kroger had like the 5th book on discount. And I was like, I like begged my mom to get it. And eventually she was like, just put it in the cart. And I was like, she's not going to ask how I got to book 5.
That's what I wanted to know. I'm like, you wanted book 5. How did you get books 1 through 4?
Maybe she didn't realize, this is the first in the series. She was like, after a while, she was like, just put it in the cart. And I read that like the same night. So yeah, but you know what? Charm didn't get that look, and I think it also is because my dad, like, he would watch Buffy religiously. Like, we had the original Buffy on VHS that
Oh,
wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar, who I love.
wow.
So I think maybe because that was there, and then that had its own like little mysticism, vampires or whatever else, and then Charm just kind of like rolled the coattails in. Maybe that's why that's what was
Oh.
said. But Charmed, I don't like to play favorites. Charmed is definitely in my top two favorite series of all time. So,
Ah, speaking of series,
hmm
I finished Scandal.
I
I have no self-control. I'm so sorry. I'm
want to give
so
like
sorry.
a pregnant dramatic pause, but since we're recording, I can't. Like, the people
Mm.
that are seeing us, I can, but you can't just have dead airspace. So I just want to insert here a pregnant dramatic gasp, guffaw,
Mhm.
pause,
Mhm.
disbelief.
Yeah, I'm so
In my normal
sorry.
space. I don't think you are
No,
sorry.
I am sorry because we were supposed to like watch 4 episodes like a week or something. But I mean, the first season is only 7 episodes long, and then things get juicy in season 2. Season 2 is arguably like the best season, and then season 3 things get like juicy, and then things get really weird in season 4. But like season 5 is like the comeback season. Season 6 is one long drawn out season. And then season 7, we tie everything up in a nice, pretty bow, kind of. Like, you know how, like, you want to wrap a gift real nice, but you wrap it yourself and you're, like, not the best at it? That's what season 7 is like. Or at least that's how season 7 ended.
You guys, when we were laying down the rules for watching Scandal,
Mm-hmm.
Cammy originally like made a vocal misstep, whatever you want to say. And she was like, "Oh, this many seasons per, when we come back and talk to you all." And she's like, "I mean episodes." And I was like, "No,
Mm-hmm.
I think you meant seasons." And clearly, since she finished, mind you, you guys, I like watching Scandal because it's one of those shows where I can work and have it on in the background. And when something crazy is going on, I can pause what I'm doing and look. I can have a
Mm-hmm.
screen here, screen there, and it's all good. So I'm almost on season 3. So the fact that my co-host, my beautiful co-host, my ambitious, beautiful co-host finished the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
Insert pregnant dramatic pause.
I'm really sorry. But it was just so good. It was really good. It was really, 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 really good.
I
I
just don't
enjoy
believe
that show a lot because
it's a good
I
show. It's a good show. I'm
because
not gonna argue with you there.
I sit and watch it like there are some seasons where I sit and watch it like it's the first time that I'm watching it. I'm just
Yeah,
like gasping and clutching onto my seat and
yeah.
getting scared all over again.
hmm
It was the best time. I'm really sad that I finished it so fast.
You're right. Like, first of all, it's a good show, good
Mm-hmm.
writing, very believable. And even though this is my second time seeing it, this is my second time seeing it and actually paying attention. There's a lot of stuff I'm like, oh, don't remember that. Oh, who are you? Oh, and I'm just like, oh, 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 oh.
Who like what scenes, what storylines did you have
I
that
honestly
reaction to?
can't come to anything specifically, just in my head. Just it's like rewatching it all over again because I
Yeah.
haven't seen it in such a very long time. But there are
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot of times where like I don't remember this, I don't remember that. Like there's some things like I know that are going to happen. Like I remember Charlie and Quinn are going to get together, and I remember Jake. I just don't remember him being introduced so early. For some reason in my
Mm.
head, he was like season 3 or season 4. So to see him pop
Oh
up
no,
in
he's
season
season
2,
2.
I know
Yeah.
to see him pop up, I was like, "Am I on the?" I was checking. I kept pausing. I was like, "Did I skip to season 3?" I was like, "No, you're in season 2." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." I know, like in the future too, like his son is gonna die from a hair that goes in the shoulder, and I keep also looking at Columbus Short, being like, "Dang, you don't even know you're not gonna be here forever. You don't
And
even
he
know what's
was a
about to
boy in
happen.
motion too.
You don't even know what's about to
Boys,
happen to you."
we are the boys in motion. We give you our devotion, boys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I would see Columbus on screen, I'm like, dang, where are you now?
Mm.
I recently saw that, and I don't know if this was just like an old article being resurfaced, but it was dated February 2022,
Okay.
and he was in another domestic
No, not another
violence.
DV.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, are you good? What's going on? What is happening?
What indeed? What
But
indeed?
if you do wrong, Shonda will cut you out.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously, and I
Hey,
appreciate
Izzy.
that about her.
Hey, Izzy. Bye, Izzy. That's
Mm-hmm.
because Once Upon a Star is one of my top favorite Disney movies. You remember Once Upon a Star? You remember that whole?
I've never seen this movie before in my life.
Oh my goodness!
But I feel like I've heard that line before.
You've heard what line before?
That, hey, Izzy by Izzy.
So I was saying that because she cut off Izzy from Grey's Anatomy, and that's the woman who played
Oh.
one of the sisters in.
Oh, is that Katherine Heigl?
Yep.
Mmm.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
you'd enjoy Wish Upon a Star as one of the throwback. It might be on Disney Plus actually.
It probably is.
Yeah. It might be something to go laugh about, to talk about.
I'll add it to my list if you add it to your list.
Put it on the watch list.
Put it on the watch list. Hey, Courtney, we love
I love y'all too.
you.
Talking about Courtney Taylor, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What else is going on now that, I mean, I literally just finished Scandal maybe 4 hours ago.
That's wild. The fact that you knew we were recording today and you decided to go the distance and complete our joint.
Listen, I felt bad when somebody put me on blast when they should have put themselves on blast alongside me when they were like, "Oh, you had one assignment. You should have watched Scandal. We're supposed to watch Scandal together. Oh, by the way, I haven't watched it either." What?
Oh, look at that. In that whole sentence, it sounds like I put myself beside you.
Yeah, after you put me in the ground.
All I did was repeat what you said. Is that you didn't watch Scandal. Tragic. Disheartening. Sad. Sadness consumes me.
Mm.
What's on your mind for today, Cammie? What are we getting into today?
Bro, there's so much.
I know.
There is so much.
I know.
And I don't know if I want to because we've said all the things. We can say all the things. It's a vicious cycle. There's no change happening. Or we could keep it light. And not in a disrespectful way, but it's just everything's so heavy. I'm dealing with all the heaviness. It's a lot. And I'm just trying to protect my mind, my energy, my day to day, so I can get through the day to day, because everything is all consuming. My anxiety is high. I'm at a code red, and I'm just trying to eat cheese peacefully.
Yeah, no, I hear you. What's that song? That song that's like, I gotta get through this.
I gotta get through this. I gotta get through. Yeah, I'm gonna get through this.
I gotta get through this. That plays, I notice more frequently in my head when something is like going on. I'm just like, I gotta get through this. So I feel you on that. I feel like even this acknowledgement is an acknowledgement of what, we don't necessarily need to directly acknowledge if we don't choose so right now. Yeah. Every time, I mean, there are always things going on.
Right.
But I don't know.
It's a lot. And for everyone listening, I just want to say, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Be there for one another. Love yourself.
It starts with you.
Rest up.
Unless you want to be successful. I'm not, listen, I wasn't even trying to be funny. That's part of a different conversation we were having before this conversation. Y'all can ignore that.
I was trying to tell Coco that successful people still sleep because they have people doing some of the burnt work for them.
And I told her that Steve Harvey said no.
And I'm like, are we really taking advice from Steve Harvey? Why?
Some people do. I don't. I do not look to Steve Harvey for advice, but he is the one who's like, the people on the East Coast are up at stock exchange opens at like 8 something. You think you can afford to wake up at 11 or 8 o'clock your time on the West Coast? No, you need to be up at 5 o'clock. Business is getting done. Transactions are being made. You cannot be successful if you are sleeping. You can sleep when you're dead. And I'm like,
I hate that
oh, maybe I should go like this.
statement.
You can sleep when you're dead.
Not the mustache.
Don't go to sleep.
I really despise that statement that you can sleep when you're dead. I want to sleep right now. Right now.
Yeah.
I would love to get some rest.
Need
the R&R.
Need to sleep right now.
You can't enjoy the rest when you're dead. You're dead.
You can't even enjoy it when you're living if you're enjoying life, vacationing, traveling, whatever you do to find peace off of like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's I do not like that statement at all.
Yeah, just a little tangent.
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to get into?
Don't do that. Don't keep volleying to me. You always do that every episode. Almost every episode. You volley it to me or you make me start off. Almost every episode. You didn't.
Hey.
You didn't. We danced around not acknowledging something.
Yeah, after you asked me.
And then you volleyed it back to me.
And I brought up Scandal.
No, that does not count. Scandal was before. Scandal was before.
This might be a short episode, everybody.
Okay. I have something I want to talk about.
What's that?
So you guys remember we dipped into the OMC universe last episode. Was that last episode?
That was the last episode. I was going to ask you if you wanted to print or retract any.
Retraction. How dare you? How dare you? So there is something you want to talk about. Do you want to print a retraction? I won't say there's a retraction. I will say there's an amendment. There's an amendment.
Okay. Go on. Speak your truth. Go ahead.
So, Contact was started again.
Mm-hmm. It sure was.
I'm not going to say between whichever party. Semicolon, however, comma. I am definitely Scout's honor. Once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout. I am definitely in more control of the situation, and I am definitely using no as a full sentence. So that has been, for lack of a better term and not trying to sound cynical, powerful, being able to be like, no, and being able to be like, stay still, Coco. Like, don't go, Coco. Stay in control of the convo, Coco. Don't be gaslit. Don't be guilted. That's the main word. Like, one of the messages I received recently felt very guilt trippy, and I was like, very aware. I was like, are you trying to guilt trip me? No. I'm not leaving my home. It is after 9 o'clock.
Yeah. You shouldn't feel guilt tripped for that at all.
Yeah. So, that is what I will say. It is, again, not as it was the previous times where it was like, I'm just head over heels and I think this might be the one. I am pretty sure that this is not the one. At least not this version is the one. And if I choose to engage, it's at my whim and will and not just like, let me drop everything. So
I think you need to change OMC to OBC. That's just my take on the situation.
What does the B stand for?
Billion.
We haven't hit the millions, okay? We haven't hit the millions. And it's not a chance at this. That's the other thing too. So it's not a chance anymore because it's like, do I see a future with you? No. But do I want to be friends? Do I like hanging out? That part of it is yes. So it's like, okay, I just perceive you now as strictly a friend and nothing more. We can't do anything beyond possibly being friends. And that's even maybe a strong word. Hang out acquaintances would be a better category to put him in.
I'm just surprised that you even want to put him into this friend category and want to pursue a friendship with him. And if you're listening to this, you are wild. And you know who you are. I said what I said. Anyway.
It's I'm honest here. It's not necessarily about wanting to pursue a friendship. It's more so like we have a connection, and just honestly, was I okay when it dissipated? No. Was I in shambles and upset? No, but I did miss him. You know what I mean? Like, I missed hanging out. I missed the conversations because, like I said, in person is different than it is not in person. So just knowing what it is, I feel like at this point being able to realize, okay, this is what it is. This is what I get out of this person. This is the amount of effort that they're willing to put out. Realizing that and saying, okay, well, my expectations shouldn't be beyond the floor. Then I feel like it's something I can manage. And if it gets to the point where I can't manage, then I know I can step away again if I need to.
All right, y'all. My peaches. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard Coco. She said it. She said her piece.
Yeah.
She feels good about the situation.
I didn't say that. I just feel more in control. And it's no longer a situationship. Like, and we can go into that a little bit too. I had in my mind resolved that I was just going to be like a dog lady, synonymous with the cat lady. And just, me, myself, and I. That's all I got till the end. That's what I found out, until I found, on my way to, what they say, take me home on my way to the long road. Kingdom come. There we go. That's in my head. I was like, you know what? That will be done until kingdom come. And that's what I thought. I was like, I'm just going to, I'll just date myself. I'll just take myself out. I'll hang out with my lady friends, my guy friends, and I'll just be, the cool, fun auntie that I am. But after being able to, like I said, recategorize that as no longer a situationship, I was like, no, I still want a partner. I still want, someone to cuddle up with, someone to speak with, someone to support also. Like, I still do want that. So I've taken off that lock on the Coco love box.
I never saw that lock on you to begin with.
Yeah, I'm good at hiding it.
Well, I'm saying that I don't see that for you.
Oh, for me.
Like, just the dog lady lifestyle.
Really? Because trust me, I've done it before where I was like, bump humans. It's me and my dog.
I mean, well, as I tell everybody every week, at least once a week, men are trash. So, like, I understand that. Like, even my married friends, we're all like, men are trash. But, like, we love our husbands. It's fine.
Which is funny. I said that to one of my friends, and I told them that you were married, and they were like, "How does that work?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I don't know how she could say it, but I'm glad she says it that way. I don't have to. I could just agree.
Men are trash. I mean, I love my husband. I think he's the best. I think he is the sunshine of my life, but he's also trash.
We love you, Dad.
I sent Coco a picture of us from a wedding that we attended a couple of weekends ago, and she's like, "Mom and Dad," and I was like, "Don't do that."
They did. I was just like, "I'm the child. That's mom. That's my dad. Happy parents." That's how I felt when I saw it. I was just like, they didn't take me on the trip.
No, we didn't take you on the trip.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of trips, do you overpack or do you pack just enough? Like, what kind of packer are you? Because I'm an overpacker, and I hate packing for trips. I get so much anxiety because number one, I can't fit everything into a little carry-on. Like, I've gotten to that point in my life where I need to check a bag.
Yes.
and I hate it, but also, you know what? It makes me feel better at the end of the day, and I feel more secure about my trip. But I've gotten
Mm-hmm.
to the point where, what if they lose my luggage? So I have
Mm.
the checked bag, and then I have my carry-on bag that has like a night's worth of emergency stuff. So just in case they lose my bag, I'm good for at least one night. But then that gets really complicated because then you got toiletries. And as a Black woman,
Ooh.
the hair products, like, there's an array of things that I use. So how can I fit just 3 ounces of product into a little Ziploc baggie, which I don't use the Ziploc baggie anymore. I don't really know what's going on with TSA,
Mm.
to be honest, because like every TSA is different at every
Different.
airport. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, why don't we have consistency across the board? You know, San
Mm.
Francisco doesn't even use TSA.
What?
It's a completely different security check system. It's not TSA.
I thought TSA was federally bound.
That's what
with
I thought
airports.
too, Coco.
That's odd.
It's very odd, and I'm very confused about it.
That's odd. That's interesting because I'm actually thinking about going into SFO, or was it is that O City, Oakland? No, SFO. I think I'm flying into SFO.
When are you flying into SFO?
It'll be over the summer, so if not June, it'll be July. But those
Okay.
tickets,
Can we talk about it? I'm
nasty,
paying first class prices for economy. They
nasty.
are nasty.
And I've looked on different, like the travel sites,
Yeah.
the travel sites, Trivago, Expedia, Hopper. I've looked on incognito mode.
Yes.
It's not
I
changing.
stay on incognito mode to look for flights. And I'm always checking on it too. That used to be my thing.
Hmm.
Incognito mode, Tuesdays, Google Flights. You
Hmm.
usually find
Yes,
like the
flights
cheapest
at
flights.
google.com. Yes.
But it is not working out for me. And every time it's like they are realizing the
Hmm.
incognito
Hmm.
system. They're like,
Hmm.
oh, we see that you're trying to travel. Let's bump up the price. You'll buy
Yes.
a ticket
Yes. Every time.
every time.
Every time. And I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm
And then
over it.
Hopper is so annoying because they will be like, oh, we'll track this trip for you. Oh, your ticket's like $731. But
Mhm.
wait, we predict better prices in the future.
Mhm.
The future comes. Oh, this ticket is
Mm.
$917. You should buy
Mm.
now. Oh, you lied to
Mm.
me. And
Mm.
now we have trust issues.
Mm.
I
Mm.
hate Hopper with a
Yeah.
passion.
Hopper. I had to uninstall Hopper because I had to reach out customer service. Basically, I put in one of those deposits one time for like the flight watching. And
Mm.
so I put it in and I kept checking, I want to say that whole week, and nothing changed. And then they never like alerted me or told me or anything. And so like I checked literally the very next day. The price had gone up and I'm like, hey, can the deposit be put? No, oh no, your deposit expired yesterday. And I'm like, why can't it go towards this, that, this? It was a whole bunch of hoopla and back and forth, and they just would not do refund it. And I was just like, you know what? Never again.
Never
But,
again will I kiss you. Never again will I miss you. Never again. I can't remember. It's a Kelly Clarkson song. I love that song. It was a good song. It was
I
like,
love Kelly Clarkson. Like as a human,
yeah,
as a person, I feel like
she's just
we.
fun and genuine.
Yes, I feel like we get along in real life. She's real. And so I feel
Yeah.
like who she is on TV is who she presents herself as in person.
Like,
So,
I want to eat ribs with her.
okay,
Like, we would make ribs together. She would make well, no, I would make the potato salad. I don't know what her potato salad situation is.
I can't.
But maybe she could like grill up the corn, you know?
Not grilled corn. What kind of ribs? Do you prefer beef ribs or pork ribs? What kind of ribs do you?
Beef. Because I didn't grow up eating pork.
Okay. No pork
Hmm.
on my fork. I hear you. I hear you.
But I don't even eat beef that much anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the occasional burger.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm just like, ugh. I only want a bite of a burger. That's been a weird thing for me
Just like a
lately.
little this, that, little this,
Yeah,
that.
because you know how some people just like crave a meal or they look forward to a certain meal of the day.
Right.
I just want a bite of like five different foods at one time, and then I'll be satiated. Like I want one chip dipped. I want a spoonful or two of applesauce. I
Hmm.
want maybe three pieces of an orange and like a bite of a turkey sandwich. Like that's all I want. But they
That's
don't make those kinds of meals for people.
that's hilarious because it's very relatable. And as you were
Yeah.
saying that, I'm like, do they make those meals? I'm like, we have little appetizer trays when I think
Yeah,
about
they're
like
like tapas and things like
tapas and
that.
stuff. But yeah, just like a this, that, this, that. And now that you say that, also, when I think about what I ate yesterday, that's kind of what I want. I wanted a little piece of lemon cake, a little scoop of this ice cream, some of this plum, a little bit of chips and guacamole, and some water. I didn't
Hmm.
want like the whole thing
Yeah, I don't
of
want the whole
everything.
thing. I've realized that, especially with ordering food, because a
Mhm.
lot of the places that I order from, they don't do half orders,
Um,
and it's a lot of food to eat at
Portions.
once,
Yeah.
and I don't necessarily like leftovers too often. It depends on the leftovers as well.
Mhm.
But just sometimes the stuff next day it can either be a hit or a miss.
Mhm.
And I just don't want to risk it. I want fresh food for every meal. I want my one chip dipped. I want my bite of a turkey sandwich. I want my two carrots with hummus.
Yeah. Fresh food every
I
meal.
want a third of a cup of kombucha.
Not a third of a cup. Funny. Yeah. Have you ever tried one of those meal order things like Blue Apron or Freshly?
No, because I'm so picky about my food.
Okay.
And
But
I
can't
didn't
you choose?
well, yeah, you can choose, but like you're choosing from like different recipes and stuff and you still have to cook it,
Oh yeah, that's the part.
you know?
You have to cook
And
it.
if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to cook the stuff that I
I
want to
want.
cook.
Right.
And I already have cookbooks that inspire me as well, so I would just like pull a recipe from one of those cookbooks. Um but maybe I need to like stop dogging these like Hello Freshes and Blue Aprons and just give it a try.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think it would hurt to give it a try for sure. But that is right when you bring up the part of actually like cooking it.
Yeah.
I've been watching these finance gurus and teachers and all this other good stuff on YouTube. And this one lady, I don't know her name, but her YouTube channel is called The Upgrade. And she just hit like 30K, so she was really celebratory about that and getting monetized and all sorts of good stuff. And she was saying, she was like, you have all these other financial people telling you, you know, coffee is $3 to $5 a day. If you're drinking every day, if you cut it out, like you invest that into something, and after 7 years, the percentage. And she was like, that is not how you become a millionaire
Yeah.
by cutting out coffee that you drink. She's like, these small things. She was like, now if there are larger expenses that you're doing every single day. And she was like, not only that, it's also about, okay, like after you've paid all your bills, after you know, paid down some debt, whatever it is, what you have left over is what you do with that money. And she was saying, oh, what I used to do, I used to be like, oh, I have $300 left. I need to just go spend, spend, spend. And she was like, and honestly, I should have been investing or putting into
Mhm.
other things. But she was like, saving yourself $3, $4, $5 a day on coffee is not going to make you a millionaire.
Yeah. And
And
I hate it whenever people bring up that logic. I'm like, listen, get the $5 coffee. It's fine.
right. And I mean, I can see if you're doing it every single day, how it can
Right.
topple over $600. I mean, I don't know anyone who does that every single day. But sure, there are people out there. But if you can afford to do that, I think her other part of the conversation was if that's a small joy for you and you can afford to do it, then
Right.
don't just take it away. So to bring it back
Mhm.
to the food stuff, I was having in my head like I need to be cooking more. I need to be ordering out less. Not that I'm ordering out every single day, but when I look at these prices, I'm like, dang, because I will order something for a present, and like again, it's because you have to pay the delivery fee, the little
Mhm.
surcharge fee, the COVID's not quite over yet, and we're not paying our employees enough, so we're gonna check on another fee for you, so the company can
Mhm.
keep more money. Fee, have all that stuff right. And so let's say like for me, let's say I get like two things that I order from a fast food restaurant, and it can probably last me, let's say, 3-4 meals, right? And it comes to like $30, and I'm like, dang, $30, that could be put towards groceries, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But
Mm-hmm.
then again, I'm trying to bring it back to what you just said about like the freshly and the blue apron. It's like you have to cook that stuff, and when you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, like that goes into electricity, that goes into your
Mm-hmm.
time, that goes into
Mm-hmm.
your other dips of money, other things that would cost you. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to say, like, convenience.
Oh
You
yeah.
are paying for convenience and
Oh
not
yeah.
using additional resources when you order
Mm-hmm.
food and have someone else, like, bring it to you. So
Yeah.
don't feel bad about that $3, $4, $5 coffee or ordering food if you need to.
Yeah, I think ever since I started working back in the office, like I haven't been cooking as much and I don't find it as enjoyable as I used to.
Hmm.
Um, which makes me really sad sometimes because I used to love cooking.
Hmm.
I got a lot of joy out of it, but I just haven't had the energy or the time really to make something like super fantastic. It's always just like something basic, and the basic stuff makes me really sad.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, here's this jar of pasta or this jar of pasta sauce. Here's a box of pasta. Go at it. Oh, fun. Yay. And I don't feel like chopping vegetables. I don't feel like
Oh.
standing. I don't feel like being in the heat of the kitchen.
Hmm.
But I'm hoping to get back in there at some point because it can be fun. I'm excited about grilling season. I think that's where I really thrive. Uh,
I didn't
so
realize you were a grill master. Come through, Traeger.
I would love a Traeger. Oh my gosh,
What? I
I would
didn't
love
realize.
one.
I don't
I would
know
love one.
any. Well, I don't know any grillers, period. But I didn't.
I
I don't know any friends that grill like that.
Oh yeah. There was I was grilling a bunch of stuff the summer of 2020 since couldn't go anywhere really. I was grilling. I mean, I made all kinds of things. Really good salmon on the grill, really good
Hmm.
chicken on the grill. Oh man, those wings were really good. I forgot about those wings.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of really good like fresh vegetables grilled up, grilled eggplant to make moussaka,
Hmm.
um, and a baba ganoush with the eggplant too. Very, very good stuff.
Baba ganoush.
So maybe I'll get back into grilling this summer.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Grilling is fun.
Yeah, I remember helping my dad sometimes on the grill, but grilling's never been my thing.
Hmm.
Baking is definitely my thing.
Baking is your thing.
Yeah, and it's funny when you said that because you made me remember. I actually have a recipe here that I'm going to like work on for my friend. They're these caramel pecan or caramel walnut cookies.
So
Um,
you like pecans and walnuts?
I said this is for my friend.
Oh, okay. So
I
so you don't like pecan and walnuts.
said this is for my friend.
I'm asking you, do you like pecans or walnuts?
My friend likes pecans and or
So
walnuts.
are you saying you do not like pecans or walnuts?
There'll
It's a
also be
it's a simple yes, I like pecans and walnuts, or no, I don't like pecans or walnuts.
okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Yes, I like to bake with pecans and walnuts for my friends when
Do
I'm making
you
them
like to
cookies.
consume, digest pecans or walnuts?
You know, when
Because
it
you hate
comes
pistachios. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
When it comes to consuming and digesting anything, consuming can be such work. Like chewing. When I like look outside of myself, sometimes I feel like a
All
cow.
right, we're moving on because she's clearly not going to answer this question.
Anyways,
Yeah, yes, Cammy, I do like pecans. No, Cammy, I don't like walnuts.
anyways, usually
Anyways,
every winter for like the last maybe 3 winters, I've been sending out like homemade cookies to people. My last batch was not my favorite.
mm,
I realized what I did wrong. I was trying not to use a whole bunch of sugar, well, white sugar, and then also it was like too like airy slash doughy. But I had another friend who was like, "I love that batch," and I'm like, "Okay." But
the white
anyway,
sugar makes the cookie spread.
yeah. And so for this season, instead of waiting till December, I think I'm going to do like a Christmas in July and then send out
Oh,
cookies to
cute.
everyone then. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting like specifics that people want, trying some new things, and doing trial and error.
Have you done brown butter cookies before?
I have never made brown butter cookies. No.
Okay, you gotta try brown butter cookie. That brown butter is everything.
I can make them for other people, but I don't know if I would try them. So here's my other thing.
Why not?
So here's my other thing. I've been not trying. I've been slowly moving back towards my vegan and vegetarianism. So I have plant-based butter, but it's not going to taste like a butter, like a milk pus cow butter cookie. You know what I mean?
I'm
It's going to
pretty
be a
sure
little.
they're like vegan equivalents
That's
of
what
a
I'm
brown
saying. But the
butter.
plant-based butter is not going to taste like, the milk pus butter.
Please stop calling it milk pus.
That's what it is. That's that's 100%. And I mean, there are other things in there too, but I didn't list them out. But it is literally milk. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so Coco won't ever tell us what kind of tree nuts she likes. And we'll never know. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried.
Cammy, what else is on your docket for today?
So we might have to start wrapping things up,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Because your girl's gotta get into the office. Boo.
Do I have a booing thing? No. Boo.
But I read a really good book recently,
Okay.
and I read this book called When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes place in Brooklyn, and it addresses the gentrification that's occurring in Brooklyn, and it's a thriller novel,
Ooh.
and it was a very fast read. I would
Okay.
recommend it. I gave it 5 stars. It has a very Get Out feel to it.
Okay.
I like if Jordan Peele wants to pick up this project, I will watch that movie.
Okay.
It was really good. I was on the edge of my
Okay.
seat. It was a very slow burn though, but if you have the time for a slow burn, it wasn't bad.
Okay. What's the name one more time? When you're not watching?
When no one is watching.
When no one is watching. I appreciate that because I've picked up physically reading books again, so I am definitely going to add that to my list.
Yeah.
If we're giving recommendations, I just finished my second book from my stack. The first one was called The Silent Patient.
I just ordered that book. Everybody's talking about The Silent Patient. When I was traveling not too long ago, there was another passenger that saw the book that I was reading, and then we started discussing books, and she had recommended The Silent Patient. I was like, everybody's reading The Silent Patient right now. So I ordered it. It's in the mailbox. I need to go get it out. I might start reading that today.
Okay.
So.
That one's really good. There's another one called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. That one was really, really good. And I wish I would have finished it sooner so I could catch up to my other friend. She's like smoking through her book stack. So I'm just like trying to catch up. But I'm like, that's that one. Then the next one I'm reading is The Love Hypothesis, which I've already started, but it's not like the thriller thus far like the other one. So yeah. So
yeah, most of the books that have been on my docket for a while are thrillers. Like I have The Other Black Girl, which is about being the only in a corporate white space, which I can relate to.
Hello.
So I'm interested to see like how that storyline takes place. I have My Sister is a Serial Killer.
What in the Dexter?
The Silent Patient. And then I want to give Sharp Objects another chance because I really loved Gone Girl. I really loved reading Gone Girl. It's by Gillian Flynn. So I was like, okay, I'll get Sharp Objects. That's the second book. And I tried reading it. This was years ago. And I guess it was too slow to start for me, and I just got bored really easily. But I've been on TikTok, and everybody's been, not everybody, but I've noticed some people talking about how good Sharp Objects was, and it got turned into a TV show a couple years ago.
Oh.
Maybe I'll give it another chance because I have the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been collecting dust, so maybe I'll just read it.
Sounds good to me. Do you ever go through the hashtag book talk too?
Sometimes. Okay. Usually it's just whatever is coming up on my For You page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. Well, those are our recommendations for reading, you guys. Get up on it. Maybe we'll have a book club meeting one of these pods.
Maybe.
After you read The Silent Patient, we can definitely talk about that.
Okay.
I think that might be my favorite read thus far for this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What other books have you read this year?
Just those 3.
I mean, I've only read the one. I've started 5 books, but I've only finished 1.
Right, so I'm like, just those 3.
And I'm already doing way better than last year.
Hello? That's another thing I was explaining to my friend. I was just, because growing up, when I say I used to read everything I could get my hands on, read. It used to win all the reading awards, get all the little Pizza Hut coupons, the little things to trade in for toys at the library. Like, that was me.
Yeah, like you would check out a book in the morning, return it in the afternoon.
Accelerated reader program, anything with a little green sticker on the side that could give me extra points. Like, I'm telling you, I was in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was because college I was forced to read, or if it was I had no choice over, or what it was. But after that, I was just like, nope.
I think once you get into like that required reading, the joy of reading kind of gets lost. Because I mean, if you're scarred by books like Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, you don't want to read anything else. You're gonna want to divert your attention to a different source of entertainment.
Right.
But I think as adults and as we are trying to find things to do outside of whatever is paying the bills, whatever is stressing us out, we're finding different ways to escape that isn't on our phones or on the screen. Like the books, like a physical book has just been helping.
Yes. I second that motion.
And I'm also trying to like steer away from all of the self-help books because like how much self-help does one person really need? I mean, I've learned a lot of things, but I want to escape. I want to be brought into an adventure. I want to get to know the characters. I want to be in for the ride.
I second that motion.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I just wanted to shout out one of my friends because I think about this like at least once a week, and we talked about it via text not too long ago. But last summer when I was traveling, I was on a plane, and like one of the movies that was available to watch was Titanic, and so I was just like giving them director's commentary while I was watching this. I mean, I'm not a director, but whatever. And one of my friends goes, "Spoiler alert, I haven't seen this movie."
Excuse me?
And I was like, you're really claiming spoiler alert on a 1997 movie based on actual events? Okay. So I literally think about it at least once a week, and I have myself a great chuckle. So if you know who you are, if you're listening, let's share a laugh together.
That's funny. We need to talk about that. What's the statute of limitations on spoiler alerts? Like,
I feel like 2 years.
I feel like that's a great statute, but when it comes to like these comic heads, they're like, "Oh no, the movie's been out for like a week and a half." I'm gonna say what I want to say. That's how they are. These Marvel and DC people, they don't wait around 2 years.
Listen, when it comes to the comic movies, you have to just avoid the internet until you watch the movie. I'm so serious. And because from personal experience, I watched the new Doctor Strange movie before Mikhail did. And then we watched it together. So I've watched it twice. Okay. I know. Look at me. Watching a movie twice in the theater. Who am I? Anyway, I had to actively not talk about this movie
hard.
around him
It's hard.
because it was really difficult because
It's hard.
I want to talk to him about everything and anything. But
Mhm.
he also hasn't seen this movie and he was looking forward to watching it. Man, oh man. To avoid spoilers, whew, boy, it is rough. It is
Yeah.
ducking and weaving and dodging and
Yeah.
whatever.
No, I feel you. We were out with some group. So my brother and my friend and I, we all went to go see it. And then the next day, I want to say, we were out. It was my brother, a different friend group, and I. We were out. We were doing the mountain, and then like we kept wanting to talk about it, and I was like, oh, we can't because nobody else has ever seen it. And like we're walking, and then I said something. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet. I said something Illuminati, and everybody kind of like looked at me, and I was like,
Oh!
and I was just like, it's not like we're the Illuminati, and I was like, and I felt bad, but I'm like, well, they don't know the context. They don't know exactly what's going on. But also, it's been 2 days. The time of the statute of limitations is up for Marvel movies.
Oh my gosh.
It's been 2 days. And that's the reason I saw it this time, because I don't remember what movie it was last time, but I waited like a week and a half, and I wasn't even on the internet like that, and I knew everything. I knew the surprise. I knew the twist. I knew the characters. I was just like...
Before you watched it?
Before I watched it.
The only thing that I saw before going into the theater was the official trailers that they put out. So
For what?
Doctor Strange.
Oh no, I'm talking about a different movie, a previous movie. Doctor Strange was fine. That's why I saw Doctor Strange like day 2.
Okay, yeah. I watched it on opening night. Like, who am I?
Who are you?
I don't know.
That's wild.
Well, not opening night, opening day, because like opening night is like what, midnight?
Well, sometimes they do Thursdays, and then the opening day is Friday.
Yeah, I saw it opening day. It was Friday. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Okay.
That movie was really good. I was shocked. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just saying, if you only watch the trailer, you're in for a treat. And if you avoided the spoilers, I thought it was a treat. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gave it an 8.5, 9.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think most of the reason why it doesn't get full remarks is because that Sokovian accent needs work. Because it changes all the time. Every film. Every situation. It's changing.
For me, and I know you have to go, I'll make it brief. I just felt like this is one of those Marvel movies that could have waited to come out like on Netflix, or in this case now Disney Plus. That's how I felt about it. I was just like, this is okay. I don't mind it, but could I have waited till it came out on Disney Plus? Yes. Could it have been direct to Disney Plus? Yes. That's how I felt about it. Not that it was a bad movie. It just wasn't like... it didn't push me forward, I feel like, for the Marvel Universe. Another thing, though, I didn't watch WandaVision, but I feel like I've seen enough spoilers and ABCDFG to know everything with WandaVision. But my brother was like, well, maybe you would appreciate it a little more if you'd seen WandaVision.
I think you would have appreciated it more if you watch WandaVision.
But that's the other thing. Like, I know everything that happens in WandaVision. But I was like, maybe I would. So
yeah, but you didn't watch it. You read spoilers on the internet.
I mean, I didn't read like the manual on how to use the toilet, and I know how to use the toilet. So.
Okay, different situations, but
different situations.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Coco.
Don't dismiss me.
It's your world, and I'm just living in it.
I second that motion. Cammy, would you like to tell the people where they can find us?
Hey, my beautiful peaches. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. Did I get them all?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can find us on all of the things.
And Google Podcasts.
I did say Google Podcasts.
So then yes.
Okay. All of the things. Like us, rate us, subscribe, write us a love letter. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're taking your medications if you have prescriptions. Don't abuse your prescriptions, though. What else do I want to say? Go for a walk. Go for a run if you're feeling, woo. And and if you have time, read at least like 10 pages a week. It's good for your soul.
It was really good talking to y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
friends.